this weekend you play at 3 o'clock on Saturday, Barnet play at tea time, and Chesterfield play on Sunday. Can you put the squeeze on the bottom two by getting a positive result?
Yeah, of course. Be ideal, wouldn't it? Be ideal to put some points on the board and put a little bit of pressure on them. But it's important we don't worry too much about that. It's important what we do, which is 3 o'clock tomorrow. A really tough game against Mansfield.
How good are they? How consistent are they?
I think you just look at the squad. I think I looked at their reserve team that played on Wednesday, and it was probably a team that would compete to get in the playoffs in League Two itself. So they've got a very, very strong squad. I spoke to the manager after he left Swindon, and he was blown away with the quality that he had at his disposal, and he was buzzing that he got that job, a great job, and I'm sure I'm going to do a really good job there. But it's going to be a tough ask for us because of the quality they've got. But we've got some threats ourselves.
Tactically, has he changed much, given that Steve Evans has only gone within the last month?
No, I don't think Dave's that daft that he's, if it's not broke, don't fix it. They're having a good run, and like I say, I'm sure it's just a question of maintaining their form and their nerve to try and get towards automatic or a playoff place. So
from your perspective, what has to change between Crewe and Saturday to get that result?
We can't give silly goals away. Can't make crazy individual errors that it makes no difference what you coach, what the formation is. If you give individual errors away like that, you're going to concede goals. Now, yes, we have to probably be a little bit more on the front foot and get up the pitch a little bit, and that's what we're going to try and do.
Is it tempting tactically to try and keep things as stable as possible, or are you constantly trying to tinker with it because you want those points quickly?
We didn't want to tinker with anything, but we lost Alex Bray, we lost Christian Deutsch, and we lost Dan Wishart, which stops us playing 4-4-2. So we had to come up with something. We weren't able to play 4-4-2, so that's what we were getting our success with, and we wanted to carry on doing that. But personnel at the time wouldn't allow that. But we've got Alex Bray back. We've got Dan Wishart available, so it gives us an opportunity to change things up if we need to.
And Christian Deutsch?
Christian Deutsch now won't play.
Is that literally a day-by-day position with him at the minute?
Yeah, it's a nasty little injury, but I think we could risk him tomorrow, and we could lose him for another 3 or 4 weeks. So we have to be guided by the really experienced medical department we've got, and I'd hang my hat on them. And if they're telling me Christian's definitely fit for Friday, then I can go with that.
Farron didn't get through the 80 minutes in the end. He had a nasty bang with Charlie Kirk. Is he going to be okay?
Touch and go. He'll have a fitness test tomorrow.
Okay. Just the last one about the home form, because that's been the plank for you since Christmas. You've got 4 to go. Does that make this game, because of what's happened away, an even bigger occasion?
Look, I don't tend to hype things up. It's just a game. It's another game for us, and it gives them an opportunity to get 3 points, and that's the way we're looking at it. We know that we're going to have to play really well, but we know with our home form that we can beat teams. We should have beat Notts County here. We should have made it 6 out of 6. And if we play like we did in the second half against Notts County, if we play like we did against Crawley, Coventry, then we will take points from the game. But it's important we reach those levels again.
Thank you.
Mark, after Tuesday there's a lot of flack flying around, as you rightly said in your post-match there would be. But have you and the team sort of moved on from Tuesday night?
I have, yeah. I don't read that stuff, so it's part and parcel of it. And when you don't play well and when you make mistakes, then you take the flack and you accept it. But it's important that we focus on tomorrow. And like I say, we've had key players that have stopped us from fielding what we'd want to field. But we're getting back towards that now, and hopefully that'll help us tomorrow.
And do you find as well with football how incredible it is, how the landscape will change as well? Last month everybody's happy, a couple of bad results, it changes, but it can change again.
That's football, passionate. People are happy or sad depending on the result of their football team. And but we need people not to be after the players. Now we need them to get behind the boys and like they have done in the last few home games, and really cheer them on.
Yeah, and I guess the case with your team selection, sometimes it's a case of you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Of course, and that's the job of a manager, isn't it? We looked at things the other night, and like I say, we had people missing, so we had to try and come up with something that we thought would get a result. But listen, at the end of the day, if you make mistakes, concede the goals that we concede, and it doesn't matter what team you pick or what formation you pick, you're going to get beat.
Yeah. With 8 games to go, do you target specific games that you think we're going to beat Barnet, we're going to lose against blah blah blah?
I target the next game, Ash. I have to. You know, that's the only thing that's important for me is Mansfield, 3 o'clock on Saturday, and let's see what happens and see what we get out of that.